Morning. I'm in Tudor Square this morning, just about to smash in a Cafe Nero breakfast. About to go in for the quarters. Here we go, the real meat. So, Zhao Xintong, Sean Murphy. How do I see this game going? Interesting. I mean, Murphy's obviously had a few days off. I don't know whether that'll play into things. I would say that it might. If I was Sean Murphy, I'd have wanted to really get back into it the very next day. The way he was playing against Zhao Guidong, he was flying, frankly. I mean, he's gone home to relax. There's bonuses to that as well. We had a couple of barbecues in Ireland. Lovely weather for it. How do I see this one going? Well, this is the first of 3 sessions. Little spoiler alert, I'm only going to the first 2 because I'm an idiot. So we're missing the last session. So either hoping that it's out of sight or that the divider comes down, because this, frankly, is the pick of the ties. I think Murphy needs to be leading. Whether he will be leading is another matter. I don't think Zhao Xintong's played that well. By his standards. Still very well in comparison to other people's standards. But no, he's not quite there yet. I mean, Ding Junhui had chances in that game. And you know, a stronger player would have potentially taken advantage of those chances. I'm going to say that Murphy will be leading by the end of the session 5-3. Could have egg on my face there. Zhao Xintong could come out and produce a masterclass. But yeah, I think Murphy will be really, really pumped up with this. The fact that Ronnie O'Sullivan's out on his side of the draw, if he can get past Zhao Xintong, it's there for him, frankly. You know, I mean, there's still tough players in his draw if he gets past Zhao Xintong, but the confidence that Murphy will get, he will be such a beast to face. Going to be a really interesting one, that over 3 sessions. I think Murphy 5-3 after the first session. We'll have to see what happens. This afternoon, I've got Wu Yize against Hossein Vafai, so that's the first instalment of 3. I'm actually seeing all 3 sessions of that. I'm really looking forward to it. 2 Crucible debutants at the quarter-final stage. Wu, obviously, I saw the last session against Selby. He was a little bit rabbit in the headlights, but I mean, it's understandable. He's going through to his first Crucible quarter. I mean, obviously in the first 2 sessions he didn't really have those nerves, so I think it's basically who tames the nerves. Hossein didn't look like he had any nerves yesterday. You know, he was towards the end he was absolutely nerveless. He was just totally composed. I mean, Stephen Hendry said it in commentary. You can tell if someone's nervous because they start overplaying or underplaying shots. Well, every shot was right on the bloody money. Yes, last night, Hossein was cool as a cucumber. And for that reason, I'm going to say that Hossein's going to be taking an overnight lead in this. I'm going to say Hossein is going to be 5-3 up. It's going to be a great game, that. It's going to be really attacking. Both players have got a safety game, but they much prefer, you know, going for things. Could be an absolute epic, and I think it's whoever gets the long pots in will win. Wu Yize is obviously favourite, but I wouldn't put him an absolute, huge favourite. So yeah, I think Hossein will start really well in that. I mean, the adrenaline from last night will still be coursing through his veins, frankly. I mean, be coursing through my veins for 20 years, frankly. But I'm not a professional snooker player, am I? So, you know, they've got a job to do. So yeah, I'll clock in with the in-between morning and afternoon sessions. We're back on 3 sessions until Thursday now, I believe, when we have 2. And then it's onto the semis. It's onto the semis on Thursday, to be fair. But yeah, that's the menu for today anyway. And tonight I am seeing the second session of Zhao Xintong, Sean Murphy. So really, really, really looking forward to today. Should be an absolute cracker. Nice one. I'm going to smash my breakfast in, and I'll speak to you in a bit. Over and out. Evening. So didn't do a morning and afternoon session video. Didn't have time. So I'm at the Graduate pub right outside Crucible. I watched
Zhao Xintong against Sean Murphy this morning. Wu Yize against Hossein Buffet this afternoon. I think I'll delve a bit more into Zhao Murphy because frankly it's a bit more interesting analysis, I think. So Xintong raced out of the blocks, looked $1 million, was getting a lot of the rub of the green, but went 3-0 up, looking really good, and I thought, Jesus, Murphy's got problems here, he needs to get stuck in. He managed to nick the frame before the mid-session interval, which proved really important because for whatever reason, Zhao Xintong came out after the mid-session interval and was all over the place. Missed a load of shots. Murphy played better, much better in the safety stakes. If he's going to win this match, I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but he definitely has Zhao Xintong's number in the safety exchanges. He will win it off the safety exchanges if he wins it at all. That has got to be Peter Ebdon's influence, and it's got to be some sort of a game plan. Murphy won the session 5-3, so he lost 4-0 from the mid-sesh Zhao Xintong, and he missed some pots that I would get, even under that pressure. He missed some rotters, no question of that. So Murphy's taking a 5-3 lead in. I'm just about to go into the evening session of that. You'd think Zhao Xintong's... I'd have hit the practice table this afternoon. He wasn't good. Really just wasn't hitting the ball like he normally does. Missing pots that, you know, you just think he's going to pot in his sleep, you know. He needs a big session tonight. If Murphy gets another big session, Sean Murphy is a phenomenal front runner. He will win this match comfortably if he wins the session tonight, I think. Well, the only thing is, if he wins the session tonight 5-3, he'll be 10-6 up. I'm not saying it's over at that point, but it's not looking good, is it, for the world champ? Maybe it's the curse. Who knows? Wu Yize against Hossein. So Hossein started well, won the first couple of frames, and then Wu Yize found his feet. Managed to nick a couple of frames, I thought, before the mid-sesh, so it went in 2-all, and then he won the next two, and then Hossein came back at him and won the next two. So as sort of it can be predicted, very bitty, sort of like both in and out. Both felt like they just played, or Hossein certainly felt like he just played like last night and was still, you know, sort of not much sleep, adrenaline flowing, that sort of thing. So that's 4-all. I'm watching the middle and the end session of that, so really interested to see the outcome. On the other table, Hawkins is 5-3 up on Mark Allen. Obviously not seen a ball of that, but looked like it was pretty hard graft between two seasoned match players. I fancy Hawkins to do him. I think Hawkins could even get to the final this year. He's doing amazing, Barry. I'd be delighted to see him there, but yeah, have to see what happens. And what's happening? Higgins, Robertson. Now, I left before the end of that because frankly I wanted some dinner. It was 3-2 to Robertson, so I haven't actually checked the score of that. But I'll be checking after I finish this video, and I'll give a little analysis of what I think or how it went. I haven't seen a ball of that because I was watching Wu Yize against Hossein. We're close to the semi-finals now, where I can report on every single ball potted rather than reporting on half the tournament. But yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot because I've got like 2 minutes to get in there and find my seat. But yeah, hoping for a good session tonight. I think there'll be a bit of a fight back from the world champ. I'm gonna say 8-all at the end of the second session. It'll set the third session up perfectly. Anyway, hope you've had a good day where you are, and speak to you in a bit. Over and out. Evening. So you join me after the second session of Zhao Xintong, Sean Murphy. Really interesting session, very back and forth. It kept happening that Murphy will pull two ahead, Zhao Xintong would get one back, until the last frame when it went 8-7. And Zhao Xintong showed why he's a champion, and he pulled the last frame back to square the match. It's 8-all. I can't help feeling that Murphy's missed a bit of a trick. Still don't think Xintong's on top quality form. I'm not saying he's there for the taking tomorrow, but if Murphy comes out and plays like he can do, essentially it's a best of 9 to get in the quarter-final now. That's what you've got to be thinking. Best of 9, sure, Murphy can win a best of 9 against anyone on the planet. Simple as that. So, amazing final session in prospect tomorrow for that. Unfortunately, I will miss all of it because I'm watching Wu Yuza Fafai. I think is it Wu Yuza Fafai? Yeah, I think it is. Yes, in fact, sorry. I'm watching Wu Yuza Fafai afternoon and evening tomorrow. So, no Zhao Zhentong, Sean Murphy for me, unfortunately. Unless Wu Yuza finishes early and then the divider can go down. Hopefully that'll happen. I'm hoping Murphy can do it, frankly. I mean, aside from the fact that I've backed him, I don't know what it is, but I just want to see the curse extended. It'll feel like something's sort of gone once it's broken, but I can't really put that into words. It's almost like an intangible thing that'll be gone, but still, it'll be gone anyway. And yeah, so 8-all on the other side, Alan Hawkins. I mean, Murphy, it's worth saying, was 8-6 up, so he could quite easily have taken a lead into tomorrow. And similarly, Hawkins was 8-6 up as well on Mark Allen. And obviously, I haven't seen a ball of that. I haven't seen a ball at all of that because both times it's finished before my game. But both matches 8-all. I mean, what a championship this has been. It's just been, there's been barely any matches that haven't sort of been, the outcome's been in question, sort of like going into the final session. Apart from Murphy's Zhao Guidong, I can't think of a single one that's even had remote jeopardy, and that was only because Murphy went absolutely ballistic in the second session. They've all been close. It's been great. It's been a really good tournament. So yeah, as I say, tomorrow, Wu Yuza Hossein, that'll be second and third sessions, so see that to a finish, which will be interesting, and Higgins-Robertson in the morning. Now, Higgins-Robertson is another one I haven't seen a ball of. I could have seen quite a lot of it this afternoon. The match, the Wu Yuza Hossein Fafai first session, finished around the sort of 5:30 mark, but frankly, I was starving. I just wanted a bit of peace and quiet, so I left and went back to the flat, got myself a ready meal and had that for dinner. Just wanted to chill out in the flat for a bit before the evening session. Fortunately, had enough time to do that. But Higgins-Robertson, when I got to the Crucible, bearing in mind I got there about 10 minutes before I thought I was going to get in, was still going on. I can't even put into words how sort of like soporific that session must have been. I mean, it went on 4.5 hours. I mean, Robertson's come out 5-3 there, and frankly, if he's playing that sort of attritional snooker, it might bore Higgins to submission, frankly. It's certainly a completely different game to Ronnie O'Sullivan. I mean, I haven't seen any of it, so I can't really analyse it, but the length of time is bloody absurd. Tomorrow is going to shape a lot of my convictions of who is going to win the tournament. Frankly, I'm going to say it now, I don't think Wu Yuza or Hossein Fafai will win this year. That's not to say they haven't got the ability, it's just that against each other they were very up and down. I think you need that level of consistency in Sheffield to really, lay your hands on the big prize. You can't be going up and down. I'm going to say I think the winner is either, and I know this is a cop-out, I think from the bottom half, I think Barry Hawkins is going to make the final. But having said that, I haven't seen any of him against Allen, but he sort of seems to be the aggressor in that match. He's going in front and Allen's pegging him back. It's not like Allen's going in front of him.
I think if he can get through Mark Allen, Barry Hawkins is in the final. He will beat either Wu Yiza or Hossein Vafai. That's my opinion. On the other side, who do I think's getting through from Higgins Robertson? I've no idea. Zal Murphy. I'm going to nail my colours to the mast and say Zal will win that. I think Murphy has missed a trick. Zal's not played that well in the first 2 sessions by his standards. And Murphy should really have had a lead based on his performance. So I think that I'm going to say it's going to be a a Zal Hawkins final. But I hope I'm wrong, and I'm probably completely wrong, and all my opinions are a load of tripe. So, yeah. Anyway, we will see. A lot of it will depend on tomorrow. It's a huge, huge day tomorrow. So I'll record a morning video before Higgins Robertson. I'll try and get a little bit of description of what on earth happened in it, because frankly I'm going in blind. So yeah, nice one. All right, over and out.